What's up guys, this is Cory. Welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Tonight I'm going to be talking about another Best Picture nominated movie, this one from 1981, Steven Spielberg's Raiders of the Lost Ark. So Raiders of the Lost Ark starred Harrison Ford and Karen Allen, and it follows Harrison Ford as an archaeologist who is also a professor of a college set in 1936, I believe, and he is an adventurer, an archaeologist, and he has been hired by the U.S. government to find and track down the Lost Ark of the Covenant before the Nazis get to it and find it and basically, open it up, releasing who knows what to the world. And of course it is up to Indiana Jones to not only get the Ark, but to put it in the museum that it deserves to be in, and get it there before the Nazis get to it, basically. And that's pretty much the entire plot of the film. So the film was directed by Steven Spielberg, who at the time had only made a few films. Jaws was one of the most notable ones. Close Encounters of the Third Kind was another big one. And this was kind of his third big film that he made. This one and Jaws were nominated for Best Picture. This film actually won 4 Oscars, which included Best Set Direction, Best Visual Effects, Best Sound, and Best Film Editing. It also won a special award for that year for Best Sound Effects Editing. And it was also nominated for 4 Oscars, which included Best Picture, Best Director for Steven Spielberg, Best Cinematography, and Best Original Score. This film is one of the most iconic movies ever made. First off, you have Harrison Ford, who is one of the most iconic actors out there. He has so many memorable characters. I mean, Han Solo from the Star Wars films, Indiana Jones from the Indiana Jones movies, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and The Last Crusade. We're not going to mention the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He played the President in Air Force One, and honestly just many other memorable characters. But Han Solo and Indiana Jones are his biggest, most well-known characters, and Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, which was the title put for the DVDs in the box set. The actual title for the film is actually just Raiders of the Lost Ark. And, Indiana Jones is seriously one of the most iconic characters. Between his hat and his whip, his leather jacket, to, just his mannerisms, things he says. He kind of has like a little quip every, sometimes, not every time, but I mean he has a little quip here and there. And he's just a very fun and kind of a gritty character at the same time. As I said, he's a professor, but at the same time he goes off on these adventures where booby traps could potentially kill him, or Nazis are shooting guns at him, and he's not afraid to take someone's life. And at the same time, he's doing this all to preserve history, and it's just a very admirable character. Not promoting killing or anything, but I mean just the fact that he's preserving history is a pretty admirable thing, especially for the 1930s, in which this film was set in. Karen Allen plays Marion Ravenwood, and she's pretty memorable. She's kind of his sidekick in the movie, also kind of the love interest from his past. And, she's very good, just kind of a memorable character. I wouldn't say nowhere near as memorable as Harrison Ford, but, still very iconic character as far as these films go. The special effects in this film are 100% 80s. They're all practical effects. A lot of the stunt work is all original and really happening. There's actors going underneath moving vehicles, and just all sorts of crazy stuff happening. And it's just one of those really cool things that you rarely see anymore. That granted, this movie's a little over 30 years old, but still you know, it's really neat to see stuff like this. The visual effects in this movie are awesome as well, especially the final big ending special effects when they open the Ark of the Covenant. It's very neat how they do it, and you know, honestly, some of the most memorable death scenes ever. Not to really spoil anything, but I mean, it's one of the most memorable special effects moments out there. And to top it all off, this movie also has some fantastic quotes, very memorable ones, a lot of great scenes. You know, it's a fantastic film. It's one of my all-time favorites. If you guys want me to review the sequels, I'll be happy to. Just leave, you know, which ones you want me to review in the comments. But I'm going to give this movie overall a 10 out of 10. It's got everything that you could ever want from, you know, an action movie. It's kind of a blockbuster type film, but it is definitely one that deserved to be nominated for Best Picture, and it is one of my all-time favorite movies. So tell me guys, have you seen Raiders of the Lost Ark? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What'd you think of the acting? What'd you think of the characters? What'd you think of, you know, the movie overall? What are your favorite quotes? What are your favorite moments? Comment below, let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you guys like this review, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Be sure to check out our other videos. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And as always, I am Cory, and I will see you guys in the next one.